Whenever you're ready.
Hi guys, this is Jason Pye, the Math Guy, and I wanted to talk about another way you can think about the year game. Now you can think about it like a game with pieces, like a puzzle or a game of Scrabble. You're going to rearrange these pieces to create a different picture or word, or in this case, an equation, that's going to give you a different value. Let's take a look at some examples. So, for this particular example, we're going to use the year 2014, so we don't give you any answers. And the number we're trying to get to is 7. Now you have all these operations available. Keep in mind, if you do use the 2 as an exponent, you can't use it down here as a number. So, what's the simplest way to do this? Well, we could just do 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 4 equals 7. But can you think of any more creative ways we can do this, or other operations we can use? Now, let's try to use the subtraction this time. How would you go about putting that into this equation? Well, first you'd want to end up with a number larger than 7. And you can do that by multiplying 2 by 4. So if we put this first in our equation, we can then subtract the 1, and that gives us 7. Now it leaves us with a 0, which we can just add on to the end. And here we have a different way to get to 7. So you have 2 times 4 minus 1 plus 0 equals 7. So now we've used subtraction, addition, and multiplication to reach this value. Can we use factorials? Well, we remember the factorial value for 2 is just 2 and 1 is just 1, so there's no point in using it with either of those numbers because it won't change their value. Using it with 4 would give us a 24, which would be too large of a number for us to get back down to 7 using these digits. But 3 factorial is equal to 6, which is very close to our number. Now we don't have a 3 here, but how can we make a 3? Well, we could add 2 plus 1, or the way it works better in this equation is if you subtract 4 minus 1. Now we put it in parentheses to indicate that we want this to happen first in the equation, and we add the factorial. So the 4 minus 1 is done, it becomes a 3, so this is 3 factorial, or 6. Now, this leaves us with the 2 and a 0. So how would we go about getting the 1 from a 1 to add to the 6 from the 2 and the 0? Well, there are a couple ways we could do it. We could do 2 to the power of 0, plus 2 to the power of 0, I should say, because as we remember, anything to the power of 0 is 1. Now, another way we could...
So altogether now we have...
in parentheses, 4 minus 1 factorial, or 3 factorial, plus 2 to the power of 0 equals 7.
4 to the minus 1 factorial. Tell them again what that value is. Like, walk them through it. Okay, please.
Okay. So we have 4 minus 1, which is 3, in parentheses, factorial. So it's going to be 3 times 2 times 1, which will give us a 6, plus 2 to the power of 0, and as you remember, any number to the power of 0 is 1. So we have 6 plus 1, which gives us the value of 7.
Beautiful. Very nice. It's 5:02. Oh, okay.